You are here today because you know, like me, without freedoms, there's no human dignity, equality of rights, and economic prosperity. We are supposed to live in a free country. And that's not the case.
That's a true story.
They won't be able to stop us because we are telling the truth based on facts, on science, and yes, everything that we are doing is based on science. And now we have the proof. After 2 years, we know that that virus, is not dangerous for younger people in shape. We know that we must, and we did it, protect the most vulnerable people. But the last 2 years, we lost our freedoms. And now we know that we cannot take for granted our freedoms. Actually, I was speaking about that when we created the PPC in 2018. Freedom! And I was speaking about that in 2018. And people were looking at me, Maxime, what do you mean freedom? Personal responsibility. We are in a free country. But now I believe that people know that we are not in a free country anymore. When the government is telling you what to do with your own life or what not to do, these lockdowns, and I know that a lot of people here lost their job because they decided not to have, a vaccine. But we know that it's not a vaccine. It's an experimental medication. They decided not to have that, and they lost their job. I'm fighting for you. I'm fighting for all Canadians. And it's not because now it's more popular to speak about freedom. It's because it's my conviction. And we created the PPC based on 4 principles: individual freedom, personal responsibility, respect and fairness. And we and we understand that we are living right now in a socialist country with wokeism everywhere, socialism everywhere, in our school, in journalists. In journalists, we don't have any journalists anymore. They're activists, woke activists. So that's why that fight that we are doing, I can tell you, don't be discouraged, because the first rally that I did, like maybe here, the first rally that you did, maybe you had only 10 people, 20 people. But now, more and more people are coming. The first rally that I did in Montreal, we were 100 people. But the last rally that I did, 45,000 people on the street. And we are saying no to all these mandates. Actually, we still have a mass mandate in Quebec right now. There's no emergency. We don't need that. And I can tell you that I'm here, I'm very happy to be here, but I was not able to fly here. I drove, and I'll be in Atlantic Canada for the next 3 weeks. It's a nice trip, and my goal is to meet you, to build our organization, to be ready for the next election. And actually, I'm fighting these mandates. There's 2 battles that we must do. The one, it's a battle to change the public opinion. And I'm doing that, and I know that you are doing that. We must stand up, speak out for what we believe, openly, with passion and conviction. And we know when we are doing that, we have more support. And that's, I can tell you, we have a momentum on that. That's the battle of the public opinion. We are not anymore a fringe minority with unacceptable views. No. No, that's not the case. And we did show that to the Liberals and the Conservatives. And I know some of you were with me in Ottawa when it was minus 15 during that Freedom Convoy. That was a protest, but also everybody there, everybody there knew at that time that was historical. That was something important to do, to drive over there and to celebrate our freedoms, celebrate our way of life. And after that, we were successful because in a lot of provinces, they dropped the mandate. But that was not because of the truckers, that's what they said. But they dropped the mandate. We need to fight, and I'm doing that. But also the other fight is in the court. And I can tell you, I'm working right now with the Justice Center for Constitutional Freedoms, and they are fighting. They are fighting for our rights and our freedoms. And I'll be in the court. I'll be in the court next September with Brian Petford. Brian was the former premier of Newfoundland, and he was there when they wrote the Charter of Rights. And so because we don't have the right to travel by plane, by train, or by boat in our country, that's unconstitutional, that's illegal. And I can tell you, we will win. I hope we will win this September. We'll have the decision maybe in December. If we don't win there, we will appeal that until we win, because it's unconstitutional, and I have the constitutional right to travel across this country. Enough is enough. But sometimes you have some politicians that they don't understand. They don't want to understand. They think that they know better what is good for us. I want you to be able to take control of your life. I want you to be able to do what you want to do with your own body. Yes, my body, my choice.
Go, Max, go!
So, I want to thank you, because I've been told that it's not the first rally that you're doing here, and it won't be the last one, and that's okay. That's what we must do. There's the people out there that they are looking at us. They're looking at you. They may not have the courage of their conviction, and that's why. But when we are there and telling them something is wrong in this country, they are coming a little bit, and I can tell you, if they want to go back with mandates next winter, I believe that we'll have more people that will be part of that fringe minority. And we don't need to be 50% to win that battle. You know, in the US, their revolution, only 10% of Americans did that revolution, and they were successful. We just need to be out there and be ourselves, and telling Canadians that we just want us and everybody to be able to live in a free country. And that's why we want everybody to respect our choice. We don't want to impose our views on anybody. You can believe what you want, and I must be able to do what I want also. And that's why more people are looking now and they're saying it's a nonsense, that discrimination and segregation. But Justin Trudeau is doing that because he knows that we freedom fighters won't vote for him. So he tried, and he's punishing us for that.
Yes, he is.
That's a discrimination. That's a segregation. And I can tell you, I spoke with somebody yesterday, triple vax, and he said, Maxime, I didn't like what you were saying in the beginning of the pandemic. I said that this politician is a little bit crazy. That virus is dangerous. That man told that me in my face that I was crazy in the beginning of the pandemic because I was doing rallies. And he said, I'm here today to welcome you on my island because I understand now that that virus was a lie. So that's why we are winning that battle. And that battle, I call that what we are doing right now. It's an ideological revolution. It's a common sense revolution. And we know that we will win because the truth always wins, and also the common sense will prevail. That's a question of time. The time is on our side. So what I'm asking you, don't be silent. And I know that you're not. What you must do, if each one of you is speaking to 10 persons that that we respect and explaining what we want and our goal for this country, that we want a freer and a more prosperous country. If you do that, each one of you with 10 persons, we will grow our movement step by step. Actually, for us at the PPC, we started the party 2018 at 0%. 2019, our first election, 1.6%. The last election, 5%. We are going, the next step for us is to be in Parliament. And I can tell you that we will be ready and you will have a freedom voice in Parliament. We will always be there to fight for our values, to fight for you, and to put Canadians first and our country first. We are saying no to the World Economic Forum. We are saying no to the UN. We are saying no to the World Health Organization. We are saying yes to our country. We are saying yes to Canada. We are saying yes to Canadians. You can count on us, and I believe that I can count on you because I believe in you. I believe that you have the dignity. You have the right to do what you want to do with your own life. And that's why we call that party the People's Party of Canada. It's a grassroots organization, and we will always be there. So my main message for you today is simple. Stay strong and free, and we will win. Thank you.
Thank you, Max.
Thank you.
Everybody, where'd our wonderful singer go to wrap up with some music? There he is. All right, let's welcome him back.